In this tutorial, I'm going to go over 7 strategies to consider for portrait photography. This tutorial is intended for beginners who are new to photographing people, but it will be useful to those who have some experience as well. Before I begin, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon to be notified when I upload new tutorials. And I personally go over closed captions for all my tutorials. If you find it useful, do turn the captions on. Portrait photography, in its essence, is about human connection. During the process of photographing a human being or being photographed by one, there is a human connection. For the photographer, there is also a recognition of some shared human experience. For the photographer, the portrait session might trigger a memory, a joy, sadness, desire, etc. These things can be subtly present in the image or explicitly. The human recognition also takes place in the viewing process of the image by the viewer. The portrait could remind the viewer of someone, somewhere, some event, etc. In summary, portrait photography is triggered by this need to be connected to another human being for the photographer and the willing sitter, and this connection also extends to the viewer. Photography being widely available to the general public since the early 1900s, we have been cultured to put a big smile and say cheese when a camera is pointed towards us. On the other hand, some people tend to get uncomfortable when a camera is pointed at them, making them appear stiff and rigid. It is the photographer's job to make the sitter comfortable or make the portrait interesting by taking away the cliches such as cheesy smiles. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you 7 strategies to begin photographing people. If you are a beginner portrait photographer, I would like to encourage you to start off by photographing a single individual. Do not photograph more than one person at a time in the beginning. Photographing 2 individuals is twice as difficult than photographing one, since you have to deal with 2 personalities and there is more to deal with in terms of formal makeup of the image. And also at the beginning, photograph torso and up, like a headshot. Photographing full body is significantly more difficult than photographing headshot, since there is more of the body that the photographer has to worry about. The beginner portrait photographer might be overwhelmed when he or she faces the sitter. When you point the camera at the sitter has to do something. He or she can smile, look serious, or happy, stand, or sit. It is the photographer's job to direct the sitter. The photographer has to be like the director of a film, where the film director directs the actor. When you are directing the model, follow the 7 strategies that I'm going to explain. Work on each strategy at a time. I would recommend you to shoot 10 to 20 photos for each strategy, and later choose the strongest one for a final selection. My buddy Nirvan is here to be the model for my demo today. Nirvan is a gifted musician, and make sure to check out his Instagram, which I've included in the description below. Strategy number 1 is about body posture. You have to think of the sitter's body posture in relation to the camera. Is the sitter facing squarely to the camera? Is the sitter's body higher than the level of the camera? Is the sitter being photographed from above? All these decisions make a difference. For this part, tell the model to squarely face the camera, or be in a profile to the camera, or lie on the bench. During this strategy, just focus on the body posture and take as many variations as you can think of. For this part, Do not worry about what the facial expression is, where the eye is looking, etc. Strategy number 2 deals with the gaze of the sitter. Where is the eye looking? Is the sitter directly looking at the camera? Are the eyes looking away, off to a distance? Are the sitter's eyes closed? Is the sitter looking passively or intensely? Direct the sitter to look intensely, sad, look away, look up or down. In portrait photography, eyes are very important. Through eye contact, we establish human connection. Whenever you are photographing a portrait, focus on the eye that is closer to the camera. In portraits, it can be okay if the nose is out of focus or the ear is out of focus, but one of the eye must be in focus. If one of the eye is not in focus, the portrait will not work. Strategy number 3 is about facial expression. Expressions such as neutral, happy, sad, intense, goofy, funny, etc. Facial expression is extremely important as it plays a big role in the overall tone of the image. Again, direct your model to look happy or sad or mean or kind. Strategy number 4 is about hand gesture. Examples of hand gestures are hand clasped, hand on chin, hand on chest, hand on head, etc. Lots can be revealed by hand gestures. Again, try photographing as many variations as you can. Do not worry about how the image will turn out at this point. You can always discard the ones that do not work. Strategy number 5 is about use of props. If a person holds an object, it can make the sitter feel comfortable. Or if a person is holding a pen, it might make him or her appear thoughtful. If a person is holding flowers, it will have its own vibes. Nirvan is a musician, and when he's holding a guitar, obviously we can interpret the association. Strategy number 6 is about lighting. Light is key in photography. Lighting can make a huge impact in the overall mood or the aesthetics of a portrait. First, you have to think of what kind of light you want to use, natural light or artificial light. Then, you will have to think about the quality of light. Quality of light refers to the different qualities of light, like soft, diffuse light or direct, harsh light. An overcast day gives a diffuse light without creating harsh shadows. Midday sun creates harsh shadows. Window light can create beautiful diffuse light. If you are using artificial light, you can control it. You can place the light in any direction. You can use different light modifiers to create different qualities of light. For this part, try to photograph in different lighting variation. If you do not own any lighting equipment, use natural light. Natural light has infinite numbers of qualities of light. I love working with natural light, and I work with it whenever I can. Last but not least, strategy number 7 is location. Where is the portrait being photographed? Is it being photographed in a studio setting? Is it being photographed in sitter's personal space or office or studio? Is it being photographed in nature or an urban center? Location provides the context for the portrait. For each of these categories, ask a friend or a family member to be your model. Buy them a cup of coffee or lunch. And remember, your model does not have to be the thin, lean, the supermodel type. People of different body types, different complexions, all can have interesting faces. We are trying to make interesting and engaging portraits. We are not trying to create glamorous fashion type portraits here. Once you find a model, try to photograph as many variations as possible that you can think of. Don't overthink when you're shooting. At this stage, try to experiment, try different things. Once you are done shooting, go over the images. delete any images that are technically incompetent, such as out of focus ones, under or overexposed images, etc. Then review the images and rate them using Lightroom or Breeze or whatever software you use to evaluate your photos. Finally, narrow down your images to the best 10 or 12 from the 70 to 140 images you shot. Look at the 10 or 12 images. You will see where you started and where you have come. From these, see what is working and what needs to be improved. For your next shoot, try to improve the areas that need it. Once you get comfortable with headshot, shoot full body shot. Soon, with few shoots under your belt, you will get the hang of being a portrait photographer. I hope you find these 7 strategies helpful. If so, please like the video and please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon so that you'll be notified when I upload new tutorials.